Next up, we have Barbara Lee. Many of you know who she is already, but she has spent over 25 years advocating and organizing events to increase opportunities for Canadian Asian artists in the screen industry. She is the founder of the Vancouver Asian Film Festival, the Racial Equity Screen Office, EliminateHate.org, and co-founder of the Mighty Asian Movie Making Marathon. Please welcome to the stage, Barbara Lee.
Thank you, Elder Larry Grant. Every time I hear you speak, I learn so much more, and that's something that I want to encourage everybody, is to learn about the Indigenous histories that are in the area that you live in and also the places that you visit. I am the founder of the Racial Equity Screen Office, and if you don't know what that is, we are a Vancouver-based national office that focuses on the distinct nature of the immigrant diaspora and the opportunities, realities, and stories that live within our communities and our lived experiences. REZO is founded on the core principle of collaboration to address the culture of scarcity. And you hear me talk about that, you're gonna hear me talk about that over this weekend, because I really believe that what we need to do is to work together, just like the Musqueam Chinese did in the early days with the farming. And just a side note, I grew up on a farm. We delivered to those same warehouses that you talked about, maybe a little bit later, and also to the Chinese retailers, the stores, and the restaurants. So that brings me home when I hear those stories that you tell. We believe that there's a cultural scarcity within the government funding bodies, and that we need to change that thinking, and that we are good business, and we are an investment, not a handout. If we are invested into and given funding, we can show Canada what our stories can do. We have the ability to export our stories to other places, because I always say that our stories are fresh but familiar to other markets, and I think we have not capitalized on that, and that's something that we want to do, and that's why EXNW was built. EXNW, people ask me, how did I come up with that name? And if you read the materials online, it talks about the fabled Northwest Passage. The Northwest Passage was a trading route that the Europeans sought and looked for. And they stumbled upon Canada, North America. And in that, there was a lot of destruction to the Indigenous communities that Elder Larry Grant talked about, and also brought in a lot of slave labor, a lot of cheap labor, a lot of colored bodies to do a lot of the work that is not recognized. And that's something that we want to elevate and talk about, but also move past and say, this is what we can do. We can work together. We're not going to be pitted against each other anymore, and we're going to build something great, and we're going to make incredible Canadian stories and export that out to the world, because we all believe, and that's why you're all gathered here today, is talk about how we do it and how we work together. So I want to welcome you all to Vancouver. I'm surprised that for some of the Canadians, it's the first time they've been in Vancouver, and for the others who are from down south or overseas, welcome. Weather's beautiful. It's not raining this weekend, which is great. And I want you to really think about what you're going to hear this weekend and how to incorporate that into your life and also into your creative works that you're working on. And we are across screen industries, not just film and television, but streaming, AR, VR, gaming, interactive media. We want to show the full spectrum, because I think some of the other speakers are going to talk about it. Vancouver's a great place to be. We've got a lot of talent. We need to showcase, we need to elevate, and we want to celebrate. And that's what this weekend's about. So thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the day and all the talks.